What I see based on my experience working with high-ticket coaches and consultants is the fact that they struggle with show-up rate on their sales calls and also the show-up rate on their webinars. Because you can easily get a lot of sales calls, but at the end of the day, if people don't show up, it doesn't even matter. And it terrifies me when I see coaches having 50% of show-up rate, which is disgusting. And most of the coaches would say that leads are low quality. But in reality, the problem is what happens between booking the call and the call itself. Because in most funnels I've seen, nothing happens aside from basic reminder emails. So in this video, I'm going to share with a specific reminder email that will actually increase show-up rate instantly without creating any advanced systems. My name is Wojciech Dąbrowski and I help coaches and consultants and high-ticket service providers to scale their business effortlessly. Even myself, I built my agency from 0 to 30K per month in profit in just a few months. So I'm sharing the lessons I learned while working with my clients and also while building my own agency. So what happens after someone books a call? Because most of the time people fill out the application on Typeform, GHL form, or any other software, or directly in Calendly. They pick a time that suits them and they get the calendar confirmation. And they go back to their life. Emails, work, family, all that stuff. Your call most of the time becomes just another thing in their calendar. And here's something most of the coaches don't realize. A lot of leads actually forget why they booked the call in the first place. Even myself working with high-ticket coaches, when I hop on the call with sales team just to check their perspective on the leads and calls we are getting with our ad campaigns, I heard some feedback from salespeople about the leads that come on the sales call. And I heard something like this: I don't know who you guys are. So these leads had literally watched the ads, fill out the form, booked a call, and still show up confused. This happens all the time, especially with cold audiences. So people that actually don't know you. Because when it comes to organic leads from YouTube, Instagram, if they watch some of your content, that's a different story. But I speak mainly about paid advertising and reaching cold people. So to fix that problem is extremely simple. Before the call, you send a reminder email, but not generic reminder. Your call is tomorrow at 2 p.m. That's not enough in 21st century. You need to accomplish the 3 things with that email. Remind them why they booked in the first place, establish credibility, and reconnect with them with their original problem they filled in the form. So what goes into that email? There are 4 elements that are critical to include in this email, and every high-ticket coach or consultant should be using this right now. The first thing you do is remind them how they entered your funnel. You can literally send them the screenshot of the ad they clicked, screenshot of the landing page or lead form, also the confirmation of the application they submitted. Why? Because people forget about it. Sometimes they filled the form a few days ago. Sometimes they saw 5 other ads since then, because nowadays there's a huge competition when it comes to meta ads, for example. So once someone books a call with your offer, immediately they will get on their feed similar offers from different people. So when they see your ad again, they instantly remember, oh right, that was the reason why I booked this call. This simple step alone increases your show-up rates. Second step, include their application answers. This part is powerful. Let me give you an example. You mentioned in your application that you're doing currently 5-10K per month and want to do 30K with more consistent clients for your agency. And why this works? Because it makes the email feel personalized and it shows that someone actually read what you wrote. So instead of feeling like another random lead, they feel that you're already paying attention to them. Add credibility assets. So these are the things that prove that you're legitimate. I will give you examples of what you can include in this email. Testimonials, especially testimonials with people similar to the situation of the prospect, based on the answers in the form. Secondly, Trustpilot reviews. Also case studies, screenshots of results from the source you took the screenshots that increase the perceived value of these screenshots. Also company website if you have one. Social media pages, team photos, physical company address, or even a phone number. Anything that signals this company is real. This matters a lot because when leads come from paid ads, they often don't fully trust you yet. But when they see real results, people, and proof, trust increases immediately, even if they don't consume all of this content. These tactics allow people to buy in the shortest time frame, so actually decreases your sales cycle. So your sales team is going to have easier time closing people faster. So the last part is about reducing uncertainty. So tell the prospect exactly what will happen on the call. For example, on the call, we will look at your current offer, your client acquisition strategy, and what's stopping you from scaling to 20K months. Because people hate uncertainty. So when they know what to expect, they are much more comfortable showing up to your call. Why this simple email works? This email works because it triggers three important things. First, familiarity. They remember your brand because the data shows that the more people interact with your brand, let's say for example they've seen your YouTube video, Instagram, Facebook, website, funnel, they already have higher chance of being converted than when they just click on one ad and they got into the form. Second, trust. So people see the proof and credibility and trust you more. Easy. And third, commitment. They reconnect with the goal they wrote in the application. So when someone remembers why they booked, what problem they have specifically, and you might be able to solve it, they are much more likely to show up on the call. So I'm going to give you now real example of email you can rephrase for your needs to use it as your email reminder. Email looks like this. Hey name, obviously it's personalized based on the application data. Looking forward to our call. You mentioned in your application that you're currently doing about 8K per month and want to reach 20K per month. On the call, we will look at your current offer, how you're getting clients, where the biggest growth opportunity is in your business. In the meantime, here are a few client results from people in a similar situation, and you put the link to the case study. Talk soon. You probably have this question in your mind. So when to send this email? This specific email formula works best when it's sent right after the lead comes in or immediately after booking the call. This email is especially powerful when leads want to speak directly to a sales team in short time frame. So it's useful when you're running paid traffic. So for example, you're doing cold campaigns on Meta, because those leads are often less familiar with you. So I could yap more about the best backend selling practices to increase your show up rate and close rate, but it would take me hours to speak about even basics of these funnels and strategies. So if you're running a coaching consulting business in the high ticket space and your show rate is low, don't immediately blame the leads. Look at the gap between booking the call and the call itself, because the simple email like this can drastically increase the number of people who actually show up. And when more people show up, you get more sales opportunities. You spend less per booked call, which also means you get more clients, more and more revenue from the same amount of leads. So if you need some help when it comes to scaling your coaching and consulting business, book a call with me. Link is below in the description. Also, you can DM me on my Instagram and link is below in the description. And yeah, if you want to watch another video about managing sales teams and my practices when it comes to managing my own sales team at my own agency and also managing sales teams for other clients, check this video about the best practices when it comes to making sure you convert as many people as possible that you get actually into your CRM. And for now on, subscribe to the channel, like and comment. How's your coaching business going? And yeah, see you on the next video.